All right, I got another gym rant. Okay, so check this out. When you go into the gym, depending on the time of the day you go in there, you got these young guys and you got these girls that are all fit and they get their hair did and their nails did and then they go to the gym. I don't know why, but they do. And if you look at them, they get pissed, so most of us nowadays go to the gym and we're like, doing all that stuff. So, but what I've noticed lately is older guys like me. Now, I'm old, so my body doesn't recover like it used to. So if I do an exercise wrong, I'm feeling it the next day. I'm like, oh, gosh, dang, man. And then walking around with a droopy shoulder or a screwed up arm or something, And I sat there and I watched these guys, these older guys that probably haven't been in the gym since they were like in their 20s when they were in college or maybe in the military, and then they go like umpty frat years. And they try to pick up right where they left off. So they just pile on the weight, and they get themselves stuck. I watched this one guy, an older guy in the gym, and he was doing curls with dumbbells. So he was standing here, he was sitting down, he's like this, he's going, this is what he was doing. And he gets up and he does this in front of the mirror, and I'm like, who's he posing for? You guys got to understand, if you decide to go back to the gym after a long wait, you go to the gym, when you go home, you're not going to see any results. You may think you see results, but it takes the body when it's young, it takes the body around 30 days to start showing any kind of form of what you're doing, any kind of progress, right? So if you go in there and you just go, pick up, you're out of the gym for 15 years and you come back and try and pick up where you left off, dude, that's a recipe for disaster. So I'm sitting there watching these older guys in between sets, and I'm like, should I say something? Going, guys, dude, you're gonna hurt yourself. And your body doesn't snap back. When you're a kid and you're younger, even into your 30s, you do something, you're like, oh man, ooh, pop some Motrin, relax a little bit, and your body kind of fixes itself, right? Not when you're old. These guys go in there and they get old and they haven't been in the gym and they see what's around and they remember when they were 10 foot tall and bulletproof when they were a kid, and they pick up where they left off and they realize, I'm sure the next morning they're going to, excuse me, the next morning they're going to freak out. So my question to y'all is, should I say something? Should I walk over there and be, hey, look at yeah, you're doing this exercise wrong. I don't know when the last time you did it, but whoever taught you to do that exercise, you're going to hurt yourself. And I can tell them I've had shoulder surgery. I've had ankle surgery. My back is tweaked. I did all the bad stuff. I know from experience. So, what do? You sit there and you watch them? Because here's the thing, is if you go into the gym, you see some musclehead over there and he's just, you could go over there and ask him, hey, you give me some pointers? Usually those guys are the approachable ones. They'll say, oh yeah, sit right here, man. Grab you some dumbbells, let's go, and I'll show you. And they're really cool. But if you stop and you see a girl and she's doing something, and usually, I'll be honest with you, women, when I go into the gym and I see the women work out, the women are usually doing the exercises right. They're a little bit more safer than guys. Guys will pack on the weight. Women will take their time and do the right form and stuff like that. So if you see a woman doing something and you want to walk up and say, hey, I'm sorry, I was watching you do this exercise. Can you show me why you do it that way? Well, chances are you're going to bite off more than you can chew because they're not receptive. Generally speaking, they are zero receptive. And somebody like me walks over there and says, hey, I was watching. Can you do that? You dirty old man did it. I'm like, whatever. I'll just take the surgery. What else can you do? So what do? You say something? Definitely, I wouldn't advise any man to walk up to any girl in the gym and ask them to teach you how to do an exercise, even if you're you are pure intent and a golden heart, and you walk in there and you truly want to learn, they don't care. Generally speaking, you got onesies, twosies, but generally speaking, they don't care. You're just a perverted old man or a perverted young man or a freak just staring at them. Even though they get their hair did and their nails did and they wear the tight clothes and stuff and they do that for themselves, roger that. We all know that's wrong. So anyway, if no one looked at them, they wouldn't do that. And when they go to the gym, they think everyone's looking at them so they can be mean. I don't hate women, but I don't like bad people. I have a low tolerance. So what do you do with the old guys that are in there trying to just better themselves? They woke up and said, I'm old. I really need to do something. My cholesterol's up. My blood pressure's up. I got to do something. I would tell them, hey, go start on a stationary bike. Get some cardiovascular. Ease into it, because if you go slamming into it like you did before, like football, remember high school football? What did you start off with at the very beginning of the season? Daily doubles, morning workout, evening workout, and you were going balls to the wall and your body just recouped. It just recouped. Try and do that when you're 60 years old. Your body's going to break in two. Bones bend when you're young and toddler. Bones bend. When you're older, bones snap like a dried twig. We lose cartilage, we lose all kinds of stuff. Everything goes bad. Next thing you know, you got bone on bone grinding and you're wondering, why can't I feel my fingertips? Be careful, guys. Be careful. And by the way, if you're going in there and you're trying to make yourself look good for all the young girls, they're not looking at you. Those girls don't want nothing to do with you. Just know when you go into the gym, there is not a woman in that gym that wants you. You're old. You has been. The only thing that's important to you or important to them is the fact that you might have a retirement account that's worth some money. Other than that, they're not going to even let you up to the plate because either you're too short, too bald, too old, too wrinkled, you're lifting too much weight, and you're letting out too many groans and noises come out of different parts of your body you don't want it to. Be careful, old man.